Now he's recording after I spilled all the beans. Now
How did that feel though?
it felt good. And by the way, I've already dealt with this. Like that emotion is out of my body, and I feel like should we?
So
or
I'm
you
gonna,
got that?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
So I did, but I didn't.
Okay.
So I'm
Yes,
gonna start it all over
yes.
again, and then if we get there, we get
We'll
there.
get there.
But now you know
Okay.
what's up.
Yes.
Shit. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Miss Diana. It's Miss Diana Levy, and I have known you, or my past from knowing you is from modeling. It's about, I want to say, 10 plus years ago, and it was with the Black Tape Project. And I want people to get to know who you are, what you do, and where you do it. I recently saw you online, I guess, crying. I couldn't tell if they were tears of joy or sadness.
Yeah.
And I couldn't read the subtext. So I reached out and just was like, hey, you okay? And you're like, yep. And I was like, okay. Do you want to talk about it sometime? And you were like, sure, no problem. So first on Hanging with Headshots, we do a photo shoot. We just got done our photos.
Fire set. I cannot wait to
Hell
share
yes.
it. Yes.
Hell yes. And I want to give you an opportunity to maybe give me your elevator pitch.
Okay. Yes. I love it. I love that we got to record this again because now I know what that is. So I'll be like, hi. Happy day, whatever day it is. I hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Diana Levy. I work with energy. Are you into it? Do you understand what energy is? Are you looking to become your best version and really deal with whatever emotions you don't want to be dealing with anymore?
Okay.
Something along those lines. I feel like it's just something that would, depending on the person, I would.
So would you say you're an energy healer, or are you a Reiki master?
I'm not a Reiki master. I'm a Reiki practitioner. I do hypnotherapy. I do archangel readings. I work with archangels. Anything that works with energy, either cleansing, releasing energy, or uplifting, putting you in a high vibration so you can be ready to receive all the blessings that are out there for you, whatever you want to call it.
Heard. How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it so I started with the hypnotherapy. I want to say it was 8 years ago. And then I went on this crazy self-healing journey with ayahuasca, DMT, just San Pedro, Cambo, a bunch of different medicines. And it was crazy because I was looking to heal myself from a lot of things that I was carrying from childhood traumas, past relationships, all the bullshit that, we are all carrying. And in that process, while working with the medicine and dealing with all of my demons, if you want to call it that, I realized that this was my calling. Like I was like, oh my God, this really works. And it's so simple. It's so complex, but it's so simple. And I realized when I was doing medicines and stuff, instead of me being in my own journey, I wanted to help others. I was tapped into other people's energies, and I realized that I wanted to do this for people. I wanted to really help them release anything that doesn't serve them, because depression, stress, all of that, they're just not letting. I feel like it's just a waste of time, because time is everything you have right in life. Like tomorrow you can die, but if you didn't enjoy today as if it were your last, then if you're depressed or you're thinking about things that happened in the past or things that haven't happened, then you're not living in the present. You're not really living, enjoying life. So I was like, no, I want to be happy. I don't want to live with these demons anymore. And not to say that the traumas are gone. Obviously I have things that trigger me, and I've learned that aside from protecting my energy and cleansing and uplifting my energy, it's very important to have boundaries. And that was one of the main great lessons that I've learned along the way. And it's just helping people do that for themselves.
What age were you when you first decided boundaries were necessary?
Oh my God. I feel like I've always been very outspoken. And I'm gonna go back to the story we were talking about earlier. I was sexually abused as a when I was younger. I don't know how old I was. I want to say 5, 6, probably, because I was very aware, and I have very vivid moments in my head about that. And it's crazy because not the sexual part, but it was more of like a relationship for me.
Was it with a man or a woman?
It was a woman.
Okay.
It was my babysitter, and
Okay.
I guess she was young. She was a young girl from what I can remember, but it didn't feel in the moment as a sexual abuse. It felt like something normal. Since I'm gonna say this, since I was a kid, I've always been very in touch and connected with my sexuality.
Okay.
So this is a little weird, but I got my natal chart read. I don't know if you know anything about that.
No,
That's
tell me
like
about
when
it.
they tell you, oh, you were born on this day, on this place, and this and that. So your moon sign is Leo, but you're an Aquarius or this. I love horoscope and all that, the zodiac signs, but I don't really know too much about it.
Okay.
To
It's
really
fun for
explain
you, or are you
I
using it in
think-
your practice?
I think I don't really use it in my practice, but it helps me kind of know, like see a lot of things about my personality that matches my sign, and the things that like my moon sign and stuff like that. But whatever, that's another story. I forgot where I was going with that. What did you ask me before?
Before that, we were talking about your, I believe, sexual experience.
Boundaries.
And then the boundaries.
The boundaries,
Yes,
right?
and when you
So
learned them.
ever since I was a kid, I was the type of person that if I didn't want to do something, nobody was gonna make me do something. And again, I had that story with the girl and stuff like that. But for me, in my head, it wasn't sexual abuse. We kind of like had a relationship. As weird as it sounds.
Oh, you wouldn't know any better.
I wouldn't know. As a kid, you don't understand. You're just feeling.
Right. And it felt good.
And it felt good. So you're not thinking, oh my God, this is not right. This is not supposed to be happening. But then I had an experience with a guy as a kid, and my reaction was completely different. Then I felt attacked, and I felt like, and that's when I started being like, boundaries. I was like, I can say no. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to.
How old were you?
I want to say I was probably like 8.
Okay.
Yeah, when that happened, I was already, more aware of everything, and I knew that he was like trying to take advantage of me in the situation. And
Okay.
yeah.
You said you were involved in hypnotherapy.
Hypnotherapy. I started with hypnotherapy, and it's
Who'd you
really
study under?
it's called something I don't know, it was so long ago.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I get emails from them all the time.
I thought you said you got anals from them all the time.
Emails.
Emails.
Emails, not anals.
My bad.
We know where your head is.
Yeah, I was also sexually abused when I was a child, so
There you go. I feel like people that have been sexually abused can be like either completely traumatized by sex and they're not open about it, or they're very open and
Incredibly
it's like you have two incredible open people here.
absolutely.
I think it's Transform Your Destiny.
Okay.
The company that I can't find the email, but I think that's what it was. I found it on Facebook. I remember I was like, I'm not happy. Like I moved from Miami to California because I was trying to get out of a toxic relationship that I kept being on and off, on and off, on and off. And that was like my main reason to move to California. And then I got there, and then all of these things that I knew I needed to do at one point were just there waiting for me.
Oh, nice.
So years before, I did shrooms for the first time, right? In Miami with my friend's apartment. I'm a very I'm a hippie at heart. I'm very like go with the moment, go with the flow. Now I'm a mom, so this is like obviously it's a different mentality, but I feel like when done right, a lot of these medicines, people like to call it drugs because they're not using it intentionally, but when used correctly, a lot of these medicines can help you release a lot of traumas and realize a lot of things, because a lot of times we're not even aware that we're carrying so many traumas and stuff. Like we know this happened, but we don't know how to deal with the emotion, so it's just there. And then when we're triggered, it comes out, but we don't realize where it's coming from. And then a lot of these medicines and a lot of these treatments, Reiki, hypnotherapy, all of these different, how would you call them?
Modalities.
Yeah, modalities that they have, they really work. But the person needs to be wanting, like it needs to come from you. That's why I always say the healing is not for everyone, because if you're not called to be aware of the things that are, like
if you're not ready to heal, then it's never gonna happen.
Then it's not your time, and then it doesn't matter how many people tell you, it's not gonna happen. So I feel like I was just like, it was calling me. So when I did shrooms, I remember I watched a documentary on ayahuasca, and I was just like, after watching the documentary and everything the guy was talking about, I was like, this is confirmation that I need to do something. I don't know if this is what I want to do, but I know I'm carrying a lot of stuff in me that I don't want to be carrying. It was making me an angry person. I had a lot of anger issues, insecurities, that was just like, and it all came from that. So I wasn't aware where everything was coming from, but I was aware that it was weighing me down and I didn't want to keep carrying it. And that's when my journey started.
All right. So you got to California, you started doing mushrooms. No.
I did mushrooms here, and I watched a documentary here, and I remember I said I want to do ayahuasca, but when I'm ready. I feel like it was something. And then I got to California. 2 weeks after I moved, I met this group of people. We became friends, and then one of the guys, we were all smoking, and then one of the guys was like, "Oh my God, I'm doing ayahuasca, this and that," and everything just clicked, and I was like, "This is crazy how when you're ready." Like everything that you need, all the people, all the tools, they're just handed to you. And I went back to that moment where I thought, oh my God, I feel like I need to do this. And it was just, it clicked for me. And I told him, oh my God, give me her number, give me the person's number. It was done in California. She worked with her husband, amazing couple. And it was.
Tell me what the experience is like. I haven't done it and I want to do it.
So for me at the beginning, it was very physical. I was a lot of throw up, a lot of feeling bad. I couldn't really.
So there's some negative that comes with it.
Oh my God, for sure. So I will say that it needs to be done right, because if it's done with the wrong people, or you're not taking it seriously and you're mixing other stuff, like your body needs to be clean. Okay. You need to stop having sex weeks prior, eating meats. Like if you're going to do it, you need to really do it right to get what you're looking for from it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because
nope.
There is a lot of people that, let's say, they're on antidepressants or stuff like that, and they want to like they've heard that it has worked for people, right? But they're not willing to do what it takes to do it, and then they have a bad trip, and then they want to blame it on the medicine, and it's just that you're not doing it correctly. You know what I mean? And a lot of people die from it too.
They die from ayahuasca?
Yeah, they it's not from ayahuasca, it's from mixing it with other things.
I had no idea.
Yep. Oh yeah, it happens a lot.
I prefer mushrooms over everything now.
Yep. It that's why I say it, if it's not done
Never
right.
Mind. I'm out. I'm out.
I mean, you gotta risk it. You gotta risk it. You know,
I'm not ready.
I did it more than 10 times.
You've done ayahuasca more than 10 times?
I've done ayahuasca more than 10 times. I went on one trip to Mexico where we were doing it Not every night, but one night rest in the middle of the jungle.
Do you
in
vomit
Mexico.
every time you do it?
No.
Okay.
It's a release of energy. So it could be, you could throw up, you could want to go to the bathroom, you could be burping, you could be crying, you could be laughing. Everyone has a different reaction to it because we're all in different journeys. You have different things that you need to release. I have different things that I need to release. I saw some exorcisms because I think it's something important for people to know that you are opening up a portal. So, when they say don't play the Ouija board because you're opening a portal, same thing with ayahuasca. If not done with the right intention, if you're mixing other things and you're not respecting the spirit of the medicine, because again, we go back to energy, it's energy. And if you're not respecting it, it can backfire.
Okay.
So yeah, be mindful of that.
Okay.
Yes.
So you go to LA, you do some ayahuasca. This helps you on your journey to becoming who you are. What happens next?
So when I'm doing the medicines and I'm realizing that I want to serve other people, I want to I want to talk to other people and help them and let me guide you to the bathroom because yes, I'm throwing up, but I'm also very aware of everything and just completely mother instinct kicking in, and I was just like in my zone, and I was like, okay, this is calling me. Okay. And I've always been connected with the angels and the archangels because my great grandmother, she used to be very big on using the angels for anything. I lost my shoe. Please, angels, help me find the shoe. And they would help her.
Okay.
So ever since I was a kid, I grew up with that mentality. So I always felt lucky.
Okay.
A lot of things happened to me, yes.
Do you have an angel number?
I don't have an angel number, but I'm always seeing angel numbers, 444, 222, 1111. I'm big on, and I always see them as a sign. I always go back to what was I thinking in the moment? Oh, it's a sign from the angels. I don't know what it means, but I think it means something good. So I go by those signs a lot. Yes.
Heard. All right. So ayahuasca to archangels.
Yes.
Were you practicing? Is there an archangel practice, or is it just something that
it's a connection. I mean,
okay.
So this is something that I want to share. We know a lot of people do witchcraft, right? Mm-hmm. And they work with black magic and they're asking dead people for things, and it works for the people that believe in that.
Okay.
So the angels and the archangels are actually there to help us.
Okay.
The dead people, we don't want to fuck with them. You want to let them rest. You want to give them light. That's it. Okay. We don't want to be annoying them for things. The angels are there. God is like, here, you need my help here because I have a lot of things to do. Ask them whatever you want. And they're there for that, to serve us.
So you're both spiritual and believe in God?
I believe in God, yes. But my God is a loving God. My God is a God that wants you to be yourself. My God is a God that doesn't judge, doesn't want you to be in church every Sunday and giving your money away to people. He wants you to live your life and be love. God is love for me.
Okay. For me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. For sure.
All right. You're in LA. What are you doing for work there when you're in LA?
Everything. I do a lot of social media content.
Okay.
So I have a lot of brands and stuff like that. And I started doing the Reiki. I started doing the...
Where'd you go to school for Reiki?
For Reiki, I had a Reiki master. She was a Brazilian woman. Amazing. Claudia is her name. So it's 3 classes. And it's like a 4-hour classes, and she teaches you, she explains to you how to do it, how energy works, and then she does attuning, I think it's called.
Attunement.
Mm-hmm. And then you're just sitting there, and she's just doing these codes and blowing stuff in your hand, and and it's just, I can't explain it. It's energy. It's like a switch. Something goes in you, and then you just have healing hands.
Okay.
As crazy as it sounds.
Sounds a little crazy.
I know.
I learned it. So I went to massage therapy school, paid $10,000 to go to the American Institute of Massage Therapy. When you came in, my clients who you saw currently pregnant, Gina Rumble, shout out to Gina Rumble.
Yeah.
She went to school with me, and they did, Rob Black was the teacher, taught us Reiki.
Oh, wow.
I personally believe in energy, but I'm not sure I believe in Reiki.
Okay. Right.
That's my own
Of course.
thing. So, but I find it very interesting because I do believe that there is a possibility that it could work, but I'm also like more into physical touch.
Right. Got it.
So,
Yeah.
the fact that there is no touch, and I am not a Reiki master, there's a gap in between for me. So you started Reiki practice, you took this class, and then you started practicing it.
I started practicing it.
What does it cost to hire you as a Reiki practitioner?
So usually my sessions are, for the Reiki, I do 120 for the hour, and it's just, the Reiki, and I do a cleansing with sage, with some herbs that I have, some sprays that I make, and it's just a little tune up, and with the Reiki, I always say everything is intention. So if the person doesn't believe, it's not
Not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Okay.
With everything. That's why I say it's not for everyone.
Okay.
Everything. You have to do whatever your intuition tells you feels right for you. Because if you're going to be doing Reiki and you're not really believing in it, you're just going to be there like, you see, it's not working. I'm not feeling anything. And everything is mental.
Yeah,
Your
that's in
mind
my
is
head.
going to block it. Even if you are feeling something, you're going to be like, nah. Even if you get like something from it, you're not even gonna be aware that it's gonna happen because your mind is blocking it. So I think it's with the right intention, and if you believe, then it works. With the angel, everything spiritual, since it's not something that you can see, it's something that you feel.
Right.
That's how it works.
Okay.
If you don't believe in it, it's not gonna work. I can tell you here a million times, a million stories about how the angels have proved to me that they are doing what they're doing, but for somebody that doesn't really comprehend that or hasn't really experienced that, it might be difficult to grasp and be like, no. And then maybe you try it and it's not going to work because...
I feel similarly about hypnotism.
Same, yeah.
But I've never been hypnotized.
Yeah.
But I've also never tried to get hypnotized yet. It's one of the things that I did want to go to California for. I found out that there's some really good people.
Yeah, there is a lot of... There is a lot of good people out
you've
there.
been hypnotized.
I've been hypnotized, but I think a lot of people have this belief that you're hypnotized. I'm going to be like, oh, clock like a chicken, and you're going to do anything I want. And it's not that. You're just tapping into the unconscious mind and placing whatever information from the conscious mind into the subconscious mind, and you're just making it make sense. It's a reprogramming, but the person is completely conscious. You're not going to be in a trance or anything like that if you don't want to be. If you really go and tap into it and you open yourself up, you're going to have an experience. But again, like the Reiki, if you're sitting there and you're like, I'm not feeling anything. I don't know about this. When is it going to start? Because that was my first experience with hypnotherapy.
So
with
he didn't
hypnosis.
get you on the first one. Okay. And you still fell into it afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I started after you take the classes, obviously you're not going to start working with people. Like, you're not going to start charging right away. It's like with energy, you have to, the more you do it, the more, with anything in life, the more you do it, the more you become, good at it. Right? So I started doing it. You do it with plants, with animals, anything that's living.
Hypnosis?
The Reiki. I'm
Okay.
sorry. The hypnosis. I was hypnotizing my dog. But yeah, no, I realized that it wasn't working because I was trying to control the situation and I was trying to be like in control. Oh, but I'm supposed to be feeling this or I'm supposed to be feeling that instead of just going with it and trusting it. And when I started really just going with it and doing it to myself, because that's how you start. You start doing the hypnosis on yourself to realize that it's just programming. You're not really.
What was the first thing you programmed into yourself?
For me, it was self-love.
Okay.
My whole self-healing journey, I can put it into one word, two words, self-love,
Okay.
for sure.
And how's that working for you right now?
It's working great.
Hell yeah.
It is working amazing because if I would have understood the importance of self-love and a good relationship with yourself, I wouldn't have gone through a lot of the things that I went through in my life.
Okay. Can you talk more into that?
Staying in relationships longer than I should have because I didn't have self-love.
How long were you in the relationships?
Whew.
You
Well,
said relationships, plural?
yeah, I had just, like
How many relationships have you been
I
in?
had a couple of relationships. I'm a lover.
A couple is 2 or more?
2 or more, yeah, for sure.
More than 10?
No, no more than 10.
Less than
No,
5?
Less, 5, yeah,
5?
5 or so.
Okay, 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Well, how many?
I don't know.
How many boyfriends have you had?
I've had a lot of boyfriends.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, I'm not counting the whole, I'm not counting whole relationships. I guess I've had 4 real relationships in my life that have
How long do your relationships typically last?
my
Or did
last
they?
relationship with my baby's father, we were going to be 4 years in October,
Okay.
and my baby's 1.5. So
Okay.
yeah,
4 years in October. Was he from LA?
he's from LA. I
Hell
met him
yeah.
out there. Yeah, actually in a shroom ceremony. That's how we met. We know how that worked out.
So positively negative.
Wait, positively negative because I have a beautiful son out of it, and that's like the best gift I could have had. But
That's God's work.
exactly, God's work for sure. But I don't want to say it was something negative. Now I see it as a lesson that I needed to go through. So
And you learned self-love after.
I learned self-love before. What made me stay in this relationship longer was my son.
Okay.
Yes.
Fuck
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any possibility that you could end up back with?
No.
Okay.
Hell to the no. No, I think, for me it's like when I'm in a relationship, I give myself completely. And that is something that now I understand that it's not good either, because you can lose yourself in a relationship, and that's when, you're supposed to be working on yourself. And if you have a person, they're supposed to be working on themselves. And then, you're together, but enjoying life, but understanding that you're both on a journey.
Okay.
And you need to let the other person be as well. And if for whatever reason, one day you guys wake up and it's not what you want in your journey, it's okay.
Well, what are some red flags that you could teach other people to avoid when, I guess, getting into a relationship to be able to help them avoid the pitfalls you made?
Okay, so don't try just because you see the good in everyone. No, let's see. Let me think about
And
this
take
one,
your
because
time.
I wanna really. Can you please repeat the question? please.
What are if looking in hindsight, because it didn't work out, you met this man at a ayahuasca or a mushroom
ceremony, yeah.
So you clearly didn't
Was it in my right sense?
you clearly didn't choose correct while on substances, so probably try not I don't. Although at the same time, I know people who have been together forever. So
Yeah.
I probably not the mushrooms, but if you could make a red flag, give me 3 things that you would tell maybe your younger self or your earlier younger self how to see things earlier. You know, I'm saying there's some young woman out there right now who's about to go to a mushroom ceremony and meet her future baby daddy or forever human.
Okay.
What are things that you could maybe help them see or recognize, or maybe have discussions about with their partner that would help them keep their relationship or avoid the
Yeah.
relationship?
I think it's so complex because even for me, it was crazy because we met each other with an open heart, and we were just like, our hearts were on our sleeves that day, because you're doing shrooms and it's a heart opener and just full of emotion. And I think that was the first problem for me, because that's not who the person is.
Okay.
That's part of the person. Obviously, they have that, but it's enhanced by the medicine. So it's not a full, you're not really meeting this person exactly for who they are, with their demons and their light and their darkness, right? For me, it's like, I'm the type of person that sees something good in everyone. And I just fall in love with people. I love just something about, like, I don't know, I love
You love to love?
I love to love. I'm a big lover. But I'm also, I can, boundaries. So so for me, it's like, instead of following my intuition from early on, because there were a lot of things that were red flags for me.
Okay.
Like, let's say we would go on a date, and first dates, and then we would go half and half.
That's a problem?
A lot of the time.
Is that a problem?
It was all the time. And for it's I don't
Is that a red flag?
for me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But that's the thing. You
Okay.
have to know what your red flags are. You have to know if somebody is good for you. You have to know what you like and what you don't like.
Okay.
And that right there is going to tell you if the person is for you or not. Because then you're going to see those red flags and not ignore them from early on.
Okay.
Oh, he did this. He didn't open the car door. And you're somebody who's into gentlemen. Like, it's just little things. Whatever floats your boat.
Okay. Well, tell the younger version of yourself.
Don't try to minimize yourself to make other people bigger. Because for me, it was like, I had all this energy, and I shared myself for who I was. And instead of seeing who he was, I was so focused on how I was feeling with him that I wasn't seeing the red flags and the things that, I was like infatuated by love. And I always say, don't make any decisions when your emotions are too high. Let's say you're too mad. Don't make any decisions when you're mad. Or you're too sad. Don't make any, especially when you're in love and happy. Do not make any dumb decisions when you're in love and very happy.
Or you'll end up with a kid.
You'll end up with a kid. I'll say that I wanted my son.
Okay.
Like, he's here because I wanted to have a kid.
Okay.
Like, I felt ready, and in the journey of doing ayahuasca and stuff, I saw myself as a mom before I met him. So in a way, I was looking for that, but also it triggered the fuck out of me, because all of the journey that I did, and I thought that I was healing from past things, it was preparing me for becoming a mother and everything that I was going to experience after, because that's when I started really using the tools that I learned before.
Okay.
So
Hurt.
I know. Whew.
Heavy topic.
Heavy topic, yeah.
Okay, so you go to LA, you've met this man, the father of your children, child, and are you working at this time still, or no longer working while pregnant?
I was working,
Okay.
pregnant. I was actually paying half of the bills of
Okay.
everything still to this day. Everything. Well, now he's not really helping with half, but
Okay.
so that was for me. It was like very, because the thing is, I told him before I got pregnant everything that I wanted, and he just went with it.
Okay.
And then at 8 months pregnant, I find out this person doesn't have a
A thing going on.
thing going on.
Okay.
And I felt like, well, what the hell?
Okay. And you weren't down to, I guess, keep him on the journey, or
I mean, we tried.
Okay.
We tried. When I was pregnant, I actually, this is the thing. His family doesn't like me.
Oh.
There's a lot of family issues there.
Is it
And
because
it
you're
goes
brown?
back to that. It's not because I'm brown. I don't want to say that there. Actually, funny story. I met them a year before I met him.
Oh, wow.
And when his dad met me, he was like, "Oh my God, you need to date my son." And they chose me for him.
Oh, wow.
So that was the funny story, you know? And then a year after, I go to this shroom ceremony and I meet him, not even knowing it, that it was the same person. And then we started going on dates. And then we realized it was the same person. I was like, "Oh my God, this is meant to be. Like, this is love. This is my love story. Like, oh my God, of course." And then
Okay.
but it was I don't regret anything.
Will you give him the opportunity to be around your child?
He is 1,000%, like, he picks him up every weekend.
Does he
We're
live here?
friends. He is here now, but he's supposed to be going back to California now with his parents. But ever since we broke up, you saw that video.
All right. So.
Okay, so let's
Tell me about the video. Why were you crying?
So this is the thing. I know a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of people that I can count on when it comes to situations like that. I'm a very strong.
Do you not have family here?
I do have family here, but like, everybody's doing their thing, and I'm very much into, I'll cry by myself. You know, I'll deal with it, because since I do this, it's like, I think it's like, if you are a therapist, you know certain things. Obviously, we all need help, outside help from somebody else or whatever. But I didn't feel like the people that I had around in the moment, they were kind of like projecting. And I just wanted to share what I was feeling without anybody giving me an opinion in the moment.
Okay.
I knew that people were going to comment, but I just needed to release energy in the moment. So just came back from talking with my son's father. He just told me that he's going to help out with $350 a month, and that's it. We're about to move into this apartment that's under my name, but he's just, I decide that it's not working. And I'm, thanks to all the work that I've done, I am I want to say that I'm a mature person when it comes to relationships. Especially, I didn't want to do the same thing that my mom did to me as a kid.
What was that?
And that was, since she couldn't have a relationship with my dad, since he couldn't be the man that she wanted, she didn't let him be part of my life.
Okay.
And that was always something that I was like, if I ever have a kid, it doesn't, obviously, there's situations where, obviously, if the person's aggressive or, like,
Sure.
obviously. But I am a firm believer that if it didn't work out as a couple, we still have to be in each other's lives because we have a kid, and that's for life. And I got to put a lot of, like, that love, that self-love, and all that love that I got through all these years of healing. I was able to, instead of having a bad reaction to what was happening, I took it as a loving experience, and being able to put my son's feelings before mine, and just being like, listen, okay, it's not working. You're not doing the things that I would expect you to do, but that's okay. That's not gonna have an interference with you having a relationship with him. You can have whatever relationship you want to have. The door is always open, and I'm never gonna interfere in that. And I think it's working. It's working really good. I don't have any hate for him. I wish him the best. I want him to find the love of his life. I want him to be happy. And that's when we ended things. That's what I told him. You know, I want to be happy because I deserve it, and I want you to be happy. And I think a lot of that healing helped me with the ego, because it's like, okay, obviously by the actions I can tell that you're not in love with me. You're not the person that, you know, I thought you were, or I painted in my head, because that's like, I hate victim mode, or like, he did this to me and this and that. And it takes two to tango, and you should be really, you know, like, if it's not working, then you should be like, okay, this is not what I want. And if the person tells you, you shouldn't take it as there's something wrong with you. It's just, okay.
Just not meant to be.
It's not meant to be, and that's okay. So thank God for all the healing that I did before, because if not, it would have, hormones and postpartum and all that would have just like, and I went through a depression for the first time in my life. I went through postpartum depression. Yeah.
That's a very real thing.
Yeah. It's a very real thing. Hormones are a bitch. But I think more than anything, the hormones and everything, it was the situation, money problems, his family not accepting me, and him not being ready for the responsibility. So everything was falling on me. And I was just like in a hole, but I was able to get myself out of the hole, and that's just like empowering. It's just like, I feel like so, and I want to say that after having my son in my house, no medicine, nothing can, like, I just feel like nothing can push me down. Like, I mean, I might be down for a little bit when life like hits me, but then I'm like, hey, you pushed a baby out of your batch. No medicine. You're a portal of life, and that's always a reminder for me that
you had a
home birth.
A home birth.
Yes.
Okay.
Water birth.
Wow. I
know.
had no idea how that was. I was like, no medicine.
No medicine.
I don't get it. Now I get it.
Now you get it. No epidural, no nothing. Just
water
rawness.
birth?
Water birth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did you have a, what's the woman called?
Not a doula. I know how to say it in English, in Spanish.
Say it in Spanish.
A midwife.
A midwife. All right,
yes,
cool.
I had a midwife. Amazing midwife.
How do you say it in Spanish?
Partera.
Partera.
Partera, sí.
Oh, and so you're Hispanic?
Yes, Venezuelan.
Okay. Venezolana?
Venezolana, como la arepa.
Those are delicious.
Just like me. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Okie dokie. And that's how kids are made.
Use condoms, please.
Oh my God. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Please.
Absolutely.
Hey, kids are...
No joke.
Wow.
What's the best part of having a child?
I mean, kids are medicine.
Yeah.
My kid is like, he's my teacher. He teaches me patience. Like, it's just, I just love to have him around. It's just happiness.
That's what's up.
Yeah. It's everything about him is amazing. Not having time for myself, that could be a little crazy. And at the beginning, the no sleep, that was the hardest thing for me.
Okay.
Because I am a sleeper. But like everything in life, you get used to it. And now I don't need a lot of sleep.
What's your schedule like?
I wake up at 5 in the morning, 5 a.m. club. I usually wake up before my son. I do my morning meditation, gratitude, just being present, thanking God for another day, for my son, for life, for whatever, anything that I want to thank him. Coffee, and then just wait for him, breakfast, and just be a mom. That's really,
That's your whole day?
My schedule revolves around him. I'm a full-time mom. I don't really have a lot of help. I have a nanny that I use sometimes when I have to work. But other than that, he's with me 24/7. And I usually work when he's sleeping. So he usually takes a nap, and then, I get to do my stuff. And then at night, I get to do my stuff again.
So give me...
So days are different. Sometimes, I have a lot of online clients, pláticas, a lot of hypnotherapy, Reiki online.
Reiki online?
You do Reiki online. Reiki can be done from anywhere because it's energy.
Okay.
You don't need to be
You don't have to like tap the energy through you to put it through you.
I mean, you do, but if you're seeing the person or you have a picture, that's all, and the person is aware that it's happening, I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to send this person Reiki right now.
Okay.
No, it needs to be, again, intentional. The person needs to give permission.
Okay.
I guess your higher self, if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right. So you do most of the stuff that you're doing now online.
I'm also a personal trainer. I have an app where I do all my trainings. I used to be a trainer a long time ago when I used to live in Miami. I've done everything.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a hustler. I love money. Whoever says money doesn't buy happiness is full of shit.
Heard. Okay. So you got a training app. You do Reiki online.
I do Reiki online.
What else?
I do content. I do affiliate programs. Right now, there's a lot of money on social media and Amazon and all that stuff. So, again, since I want to be there for my son, I look for all the ways that I can make money from home, or maximize the time that I have as much as I can, because I want to be there for him
Okay.
as much as I can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do your parents live here in Miami?
My parents don't live here in Miami. My dad lives in Venezuela, and then my mom lives in North Carolina. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Okay, so you're solo dolo.
solo dolo. Yeah. And the first few months I thought I was gonna go crazy because of that, because I had no help. And when he was 4 months old, I was like going through this deep depression, and that's when his dad was like, I can't deal with this. And I had to just stuck with it and fully be mom while being in depression, but also not letting my son feel that.
Okay.
So all day just being present, and then at night when he would go to sleep, just like cry myself to sleep. But that made my connection with my son just like, I feel like it's so much deeper, because it was just like I felt like I needed to be good for him, and he helped me out of that depression.
Okay.
Right? Because if he wasn't there, by me being in those feelings, obviously if he wasn't there, that wouldn't have happened. But he was kind of like the medicine for me to, like whatever, like, and for me it was a trigger again of, fuck, the thing that I was most scared in life happened, which was having a kid and doing it alone, and it's what happened.
Okay. And so how does that currently affect you? And would you recommend it?
I would not recommend it, but I do say that if you're not happy with the person, yes.
Okay.
I recommend it. Choose yourself, because your son doesn't need you to be in a relationship, or your son or your daughter, your kids don't need you to be in a relationship for them to be happy. They need you to be happy.
Now, I've heard this from a few friends that sometimes they kept the relationship for the kids, and then it ended up they resented each other in the house, and because of that, the kids knew.
Of course.
And then they graduated and then broke up after high school, and the kids were upset and devastated. And so
Trauma.
they all said they wish that their parents had divorced earlier, and then they would have maybe been happy on their own. I'm a big component for trying to keep the relationships together in my own head, but more than that, maybe if you're not together, really keeping the father in the picture, which is what you're doing.
For
So
sure.
super stoked with, none of my business,
But yeah.
super stoked with how you are handling that, because I do really feel like I did not have a father figure in my life until I was around 5 or 6. And not to say that maybe I necessarily needed one before that, because I'm not sure the impact, but I do know that statistically saying, I do know that there's a statistic out there on the internet that says most of the people who end up in jail did not have, it was a single mother family. And so that weighs on me thinking about kids growing up without a father. And so Anyway,
For sure it affects. Don't recommend it, but if you're not happy, then, don't put your feelings first when it comes to your kids. Yes and no. Because wait, what? Don't put your what? I think that even if the relationship didn't work, you need to work on having a relationship for your kids. But that doesn't mean staying in the relationship for your kids.
So
if it makes any sense.
Are you going to actively pursue dating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to date.
Are you dating currently?
I am not dating currently.
Okay.
No.
Why are you not currently dating?
Because I'm focused on my son, and I'm focused on creating something for me. Like my focus is me and him right now.
Smart
and
move.
that doesn't mean that I'm close to love. I love love. Like I said, if the person that I think in the moment, like comes in and it's like, oh my God, this is it. Like, I'll go with the flow. I'm not really, but my son is my priority right now. And I'm not really, I go to bed at 9 p.m. every night. My son goes to sleep at 6, sometimes 7 p.m.
Oh, wow.
So I have no life.
Okay.
Other than working on myself and being his mom. And I like it.
Okay.
It's where I am right now.
Right
And
now.
I'm fully enjoying that phase of motherhood.
How old do you know?
I'm 33.
Okay. You're still young as well.
Yes.
Okay. Modeling. When I met you, you were doing the Black Tape Project.
Yes.
Super sexy stuff.
Very sexy stuff.
Positive or negative in your life?
I would say it was a positive because it's what I wanted to do in the moment.
Okay.
And I have no regrets. I would say that it did put me in a lot of uncomfortable situations that could have been avoided. But again, boundaries. And yeah.
And so you survived them with your boundaries.
With my boundaries.
Can I ask what type of situations?
Yeah. Oh my God.
You ended
Like,
up in?
let's say I would do a music video. I used to do a lot of music videos, and then they always want you to do more than what you're supposed to. And the girls always feel pressured or kiss the artist or do this or be sexier. And I was always like, no, my grandma's going to see that.
Okay.
So I always like, I can't say that I did anything that I didn't want to do.
Fire. And so
if I wanted to be sexy and I felt like doing the tape in the moment, it's what I wanted to do. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did you do that? And would you recommend it for other people to do? Would you recommend
Modeling or doing like sexy stuff?
Yes.
I think it just follow your gut.
Okay.
But you also have to be ready to not give a fuck about what others think of you.
Okay, yeah. Tell me, lean into the negatives that came with it.
Negatives, envy.
Envy from
from other people, because I feel like when you're living your life unapologetically, that's gonna trigger a lot of people
Okay.
that are doing things behind closed doors, or they're not doing things that they want to do. So it's gonna create a lot of envy because you're doing whatever the fuck you want to do. If you're out there naked, that's because you want to.
Right.
If others judge you, that's a projection. So, but you gotta have thick skin to know that when you're putting yourself out there and people see you.
Did you ever do nudes? Because you weren't naked.
I did nudes, but always implied. No
Okay.
nudes. I had a situation with a photographer, sadly, that we were supposed to be doing this project that was supposed to be implied. He was supposed to be putting like things on, so nothing was showing. It was supposed to be an art project about shades. It was called Shades, and he had different skin types of girls and stuff like that, very exotic, but it was supposed to be covered. And then I found that this guy was selling the pictures.
Ooh.
Completely like not covering anything.
Copy
So
that.
yeah.
Did you sign a release?
Nope.
You're aware that you could sue him for that.
Yeah, I know. Well, when people came to me and
Unless he's broke, in which case there's no money to get.
Yeah, it happened a long time ago in California, and I remember I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe there's naked pictures of me. But I was like, well, fuck it. I did them.
Right.
You know, and yeah, I reached out to him. He took them down.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't want to press anything because I was like, you know what? Yeah, I didn't sign anything, but also I put myself there.
Okay.
And it's like, okay.
Good for you for taking responsibility for your actions.
Yes. For sure.
All right. So did that. Some other things that I know about you that I'm curious about.
Okay.
You've had some surgery done.
Yes.
What have you had done?
So I did my nose, my boobs, and I actually got, it's not surgery, but I got some ass shots. That's what they call it in the streets, I guess.
And
Ass shots. What's the term?
that's my other profile
What's the
name.
actual ass shots?
Chris Ass Shots.
Chris Ass Shots.
When it's not Chris Headshots, it's Chris
That's
Ass
an
Shots.
OnlyFans, okay? You gotta pay for those.
Oh, I'm like, that's true. I dated one of your friends who also did it. We don't have to drop her name
Yes,
right this
yes.
second. But I don't think she was happy with hers. Were you happy with yours? What is it? What's in there?
I have no idea. They have different types of, like, I guess,
Because
gels.
I've looked at your butt because I've shot you. Sorry. And I've edited it. And there's no discoloration, which is what I've experienced in my own personal life.
Yes, and that's from the sun, actually.
Oh, wow.
That's not from the product. That's from tanning and being outside in the heat, or
wow.
like putting, like, let's say you're putting, you have your butt like under a lot of heat. That's gonna make the product get dark.
Okay.
That's what
You
what
also
you
don't
see.
have any of like the injection spots that I've.
I don't. I only have 2 injections, but I mean, I guess I use a lot of lotion.
And
so
it's a
you
silicone?
Can, it was like a silicone, like literally my house, like the ghettoest way to do it.
What did you mean by that?
She comes to the house. She came to the house. Mind you, I was 19 years old. I want to say young and stupid.
What were you doing at the time for
So
work?
I was working at Hooters.
Okay.
That was the problem. Everybody at Hooters was getting this done. That's when it was like, and I was so skinny. Like, I'm just, that's my shape. I'm skinny. But
Not skinny.
okay, but now I've worked on this body. I've
Okay.
shaped my body into what I wanted to look.
Okay.
And obviously I have a kid now, so it's different. But my contextura,
Physique.
my physique is like skinny. Like
Okay.
if I don't go to the gym, I get really skinny. So
Okay.
I usually do a lot of weights for that because I like thickness. I like
Me too.
Yes. So you can transform your body into anything you want. So
So they did this.
they did this in my house. And yes, my
Okay.
house, the lady came to my house, but she did a lot of the girls
Okay.
in Hooters. So that's how I found her.
Okay.
But
Doctor's license?
she was a nurse in
Okay.
Colombia. She
Colombian nurse.
Colombian nurse, and she works with a doctor here. Actually, she's
Okay.
still working.
Are they still doing it?
They're still doing it. I don't know if she's still doing that,
Okay.
but she's working in a med spa, and I don't know.
And
But a lot of the girls that did it back then, they had to get a surgery. And I don't know if at some point I'm going to have to do that as
To
well.
get it removed.
To get it removed. Because I hear that
it has
it,
effects on
it
the body.
has really, yes. I do regret that.
Okay.
I regret doing
Fingers
that.
crossed you don't have to.
Fingers crossed I don't have to, but if I do, then I do.
Yep.
I mean, what the fuck am I going to do?
I have no idea.
So now they have, since a lot of people have problems with this, they have a bunch of ways and a bunch of doctors now that they take that out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they do it from the inside of the butt and there's no scars.
Oh.
I mean, it's pretty traumatizing because, it's
They're
you're
getting
like
something removed.
like they're opening up like a fillet basically and just taking all of that out. But yeah, it's pretty nasty, but there's a lot, and I know there's ways of also like taking it out by injections from like this are stories that I hear from friends that have
Had it.
gotten it, out.
Okay.
But I don't really know.
Oh,
If
wow.
I guess if it hurts, then you should definitely go check it out. Go
Okay.
see.
I will definitely look more into this so that way I can talk about it more. It is way more common than I thought.
It is.
I got tricked with yours until today. I
Yes.
didn't know.
Great job.
Um,
For me, it's like, I'm not going to be the person that will be like, oh, look, I have a fake ass. Ah, 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 ah.
well, yours matches your thighs.
But I got that by working out.
Right.
The butt never looked as good as when I started working out. So even if you do get surgery, nothing's going to look better than when you're actually working on your body and, you know, training for it.
So in the future, you would suggest to people to just get the fuck to the gym.
Go and do some squats and eat some cheesecake.
Okay.
Don't get that. Please do not get that, because sometimes I get scared because I'm like, oh my God, am I going to have to do that? And it's not a physical thing for me. It's not like, oh my God, scars. It's like having to go through that and being like, I can't believe I was so dumb. But it happens more than we think because insecurities, self-love, it all goes back to that. We wanna, the media and life has taught us now that, oh, you need to be perfect, or you need to do this, or your lips need to look a certain way, or your butt, you need to, everything is fashion now. And people are just going by trends instead of what makes them happy. So people are living fake lives because they don't even know what they want.
Yeah.
Because they're just following, you know, so the crowd. So that's what happened with the butt. I saw everybody getting the butt, and I was like, I need a butt. I need some
butt.
ass. Like, give me that. And yeah.
And that's why I'm doing squats.
Yep. I'm still doing squats. So
How much can you squat?
145.
Okay.
But I don't do that anymore because now I've realized that it's not about the weight. It's about repetition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've gotten more results by doing less weights and more reps than when I was doing 145 and, you know, getting hurt. You could get hurt.
Do you do leg press?
I do leg press.
What are you doing on the leg press?
So I could do 5 plates on each side. But
Okay.
now I just do 3. 2 or 3
I
on
do
each
3.
side. Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, girls, I feel like we have a lot of like
Thigh?
leg power. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for you guys, it's easier upper body. It's just like,
Yeah, I'm trying to grow these thighs.
yes, cheesecake and squats.
Yeah.
A lot of lunges. Lunges are really good.
Lunges?
Yes.
Okay.
Lunges are really good.
All right. So, what you're at, you also teach men, or is this mostly for females?
I mean, yes, because I do a lot of butt exercises and a lot of leg exercises. So I feel like it would be more for like
Perfect for
girls.
me.
But if you're into butt, because I'm into guys having a nice ass.
Okay.
I like
Hell yeah.
I like a nice round butt person for sure.
This is why I gotta get it, because I
You
got
gotta-
a flat butt.
You gotta get those buns. Like
yeah.
yeah. We,
Okay.
we need to. Next video is squat session right here.
Squats. Hey, what's up, guys? This is
Just
Chris
here doing
Headshots,
squats.
and I'm doing a squat.
I could see it. And then you can get some ass headshots, ass shots for the OnlyFans.
I'll do my Chris ass shot
Exactly.
for my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist, guys. All right, so you don't have an OnlyFans, right?
I do not have an OnlyFans, but there is a fake OnlyFans out there with my pictures because I keep getting emails from it. But I've had that problem ever since I started modeling.
Oh wow.
I remember one time I got a call from my friends telling me about a Backpage ad.
What's Backpage?
Is it Backpage? Backpage?
Backstage?
It's a I guess like an ad place where like people like just like go to find jobs
It's a
or like to
website?
it's a web, yeah.
Okay.
Backspace, isn't it called?
Backspace?
Now I need to know. Backpage,
Backpage.
something like that. It's like a bunch of ads, and I guess girls go there and like they
Backpage meaning UK dot the back part of a newspaper which usually has
no.
news
Then
related to sports.
I'm not saying the name right. I feel like you would know it. I'm probably saying it wrong. I have no idea.
I feel like I would. I'm very knowledgeable.
Yeah, so I'm for sure saying it wrong, but it's like
Okay.
it's like a
Advertisement.
Okay. And then people are
And they're
like,
advertising you. It sounds like a sex page.
they're selling sex, and
Okay.
then my friends call because the girl, like, it was a
That's
guy.
the girl I want.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then they call the number, and they're like, because it's like, this is Diana. Like, what do you mean? And then they call the number,
no,
and
this
obviously
is Jessica.
exactly. So I mean, that's
Okay, that's one of the things that could be negative
that's
if
the
you're
negative.
modeling.
Yeah,
Is
a
that
lot of people are gonna be. You're gonna find those pictures
Your
in a lot of
images
places.
could end up in a bunch of other places.
A lot.
Cool.
And that's just
Don't sign the paperwork unless it says not to be used on back page.
exactly. I'm pretty sure it's back page. It sounds right.
It didn't pop up on
I'm
Google.
gonna find it. I'm gonna
so
find it.
Text it to me and I'll
So weird.
put it in the thing. Okay. Who would, if you could now find a significant other, what qualities would you want them to have?
I think somebody that knows how to listen, because I think a lot of people are like, communication is key. Yeah. But if the other person is not listening to what you're saying, you can know how to communicate all you want and you're not going to get anywhere. So somebody that knows how to listen and knows how to be empathic.
Empathic?
Empathic.
Sure.
That's empatético. No,
Empático.
no, empático en español, exactly. Obviously, somebody that gets along with my son now, because I'm a mother and that's important.
How long
for
will
me.
it take you to be able to introduce?
I don't know. I'm really scared of that one.
Okay.
I'm really, really scared of that one because my mom had a lot of boyfriends.
Oh, how did that affect you?
It affected me in a way where it's like, no, I don't want that for my son at all.
Okay.
I'm very protective over my energy and his energy.
Good for
and
you.
who's around him. Yes, that's key. I can do whatever I want, but if it's not something real that I really see myself like, like building something with that person, I'm not gonna even put my son through that.
Okay.
No.
Earlier during the photo shoot or just before the photo shoot, you were saying that energy and sexuality go hand in hand. Does that make you a very sexual person?
Yes, I am a very sexual person. I told you, even since I was a kid, for me, it was like I was very connected to my body and just like, oh, this feels good. And it's like masturbating as kids. It happens more than what people think.
Okay.
Like you would see babies like rocking and rubbing themselves, and it's just like, it's like
No, I will not
instinct. Yeah, it's something that happens. Only if you're a parent, you're gonna
see it.
see it.
Right.
But it's like people have this like so, like this taboo on sex. It's like, we are sexual beings. We were made from sex. Like it all goes back to that.
Heard.
And for me, sexual energy is creative energy.
Okay.
If you want to be in tune with your body and your intuition, you need to be connected with your sexuality.
Okay. And how do you suggest people get in touch with their sexuality?
Figure out what you like. Try
Okay.
different things. Masturbate. Know your body. I'm gonna sneeze.
Kristen, cover your face
What
up.
was that? What was that?
Hallelujah.
It didn't come out. It went away.
By the way, if you look into the light, it will help you sneeze.
Really?
Yeah, it messes with the part close to your brain. The light part of your brain reacts very close to the sneeze part. And so if you stare into the sun or into a bright light, it will make you sneeze.
Today I learned 2 things
What
from
was the
you.
first one?
Match your nipples to your lips. No,
Match
match your nipple color to your lip color to get the perfect pictures.
Yes.
Or
Perfect lip
the
color.
perfect lip color. Boom. He taught me that. And then now sneezing light. Got it. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
It was totally
Thank
worth
it. Yes.
Okay. So masturbate Figure eight.
Figure
Figure out how to understand your own sexuality,
Yes.
and that will help you love yourself more, I guess.
It would help you know yourself,
Know
because I feel like that a lot of that sexual taboo comes from religion. And I feel like that's why, like, they're very big into the no sex and this and that, what is no fornicating and this and that.
You're not supposed to have sex outside of marriage, or did you get married?
No,
Oh,
I've never been married. No.
Okay. So you don't follow
No.
religious rules
I
in
don't
any
follow
particular
religious
way.
rules because I feel like religion creates a lot of fear in people, and that's what, doesn't let them really experience life for what it is.
Okay.
You're a sexual being. What do you mean you've never masturbated? So you don't know your own
Oh,
body?
I've definitely
No,
masturbated.
like, it's like, of
Okay.
course I know you do, Mr. Freak Parties over here. But I mean, I've met a lot of women that have never masturbated, or if they do, they're not open. They're not comfortable enough to talk about it openly. And it's like, but it's your own body.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Okay. Well, openly, I would understand, because not everybody should be talking about their thing. But I guess in like a therapeutic way, which is what they're talking to you about, I would totally understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The way I'm seeing it is in a therapeutic way, because there is a lot of release that comes from sex, and good sex with the right person. It doesn't have to be the love of your life. It doesn't have to be. It just means that you're both, in good energy. You're not like just doing it to do it. There's a connection.
Yeah. Yes.
If there's a connection and you're both into it and the energy is right, go ahead and do it.
Would you say that you lean more towards like tantrika?
Yeah. I mean, sex is healing for me.
Okay.
It's an energy release, and it's also a recharge of energy. When sex is really good and it's done right with the right person, you feel energized after. You don't feel drained. And it goes back to energy. That's how you would know. If you have sex with somebody and you feel completely drained and you feel bad and you get nauseous and you just feel ill in your body, there's a weird energy there, and you probably do not want to be having intercourse with this person.
Heard that.
But if it feels right and you're both,
And it's not the drugs.
and it's not the drugs, then go ahead and go with it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Experience life. Go have fun. Life is to be experienced, not to be stuck in what happened or what's going to happen. It's like, live in the moment.
What has been your greatest life experience?
Creating life,
Okay.
for sure.
Favorite vacation?
Favorite
Nice segue,
vacation?
Chris.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico?
Yes, I love Puerto Rico.
Wow.
The
I love
food,
Puerto
the
Rico
people,
too.
the music. It's just something about that island that love it.
Have you been to the Dominican Republic?
I've been to the Dominican Republic. I love it too. Yeah, actually, my grandfather from my mom's side, he's Dominican.
Okay.
So, well, he was Dominican. He died, but
Oh.
I guess a lot of people are like, are you Dominican sometimes?
Okay.
Or Colombian, and
You got a way about you?
I got a way about me. So smooth.
Suave.
Suave.
Suavemente, besame.
Yo quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez, suave. Ah.
I like it. I just don't know those words. Okay. I think I had two more questions. Let me take a look
Yes.
at my thing
Okay.
real quick that I wanted to hit. We did real good. We're
This is great. It's just
easy.
easy, yeah.
Is there anything
Flowing.
that we didn't talk about that you wish we had talked about?
We spoke about energy. We spoke about the app. We spoke about the love, the importance of letting your partner be there after breaking up.
I'm just gonna take a photo of you for my girlfriend real quick. Boom. Telling her that we're wrapping up.
You live close to here?
I live in Plantation.
Oh, okay. My grandma lives in Plantation.
Love
Yeah.
it. Big
Yeah,
fan.
Plantation's nice.
I live in historic Plantation Acres. Don't dox me. Dox myself. Maybe I'll cancel that out later. I don't know. But yeah, I live in Plantation. I moved there just before the COVID and greatest accidental decision because I got to have bonfires every night and have my friends over. I rent my place from my realtor friend
Okay.
who I did a podcast with. His name's Gary Finkelstein. Highly recommend him if anybody needs any realtors. And it's been a real cool, like, I enjoy living just outside of the city. So I'm about 15 minutes away. So it's quiet enough when I need it to be quiet. And just like a 5-minute Uber ride if I really want to
Be in the scene.
be in the scene.
Right. I love it.
And so, yeah, super dope. What activities? Nope. I already asked that. I already know what you're doing. You're meditating. You're working out and training.
Eating healthy. I do a lot of different classes. Right
Oh,
now.
you're eating. I had asked you earlier.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do you eat?
So I don't really go by a diet. If I'm craving it, I'm going to have it. I just train harder after. But I usually do gluten-free, dairy-free in my house. Yeah.
So
No, not because I'm allergic to dairy or gluten, but because I feel the difference in my body, bloatingness, or like just how I feel after eating it. And just,
Do you drink?
It has to be worth it. No, I don't drink.
Oh.
I don't drink
Do you
alcohol. I smoke weed.
weed. Yeah,
Yes. No
Not
cigarettes.
no waggy tobacco.
No cigarettes here.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool beans. Thank you, Florida, for being medical. Shout out to Florida.
Shout out to Florida.
Daddy DeSantis.
Yes.
So there's no other questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Not really.
Okay, cool.
No. I mean, are you Jewish?
Haha, I love that. I am part Ashkenazi Jew, but I am not Jewish.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I am cut though. So and I worked a lot of bar mitzvahs.
Love it.
Yeah.
DJing.
No.
No, photographing. Why am
No.
I dancing?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
I actually found out that you were a break dancer, right?
Yes.
In one of the trips to Jamaica.
Ah,
I remember.
I don't remember dancing in front of you.
I do remember that.
Was
you
I-
did a dance battle with somebody.
With Joelle.
With Joelle. Oh my God, that's right. I remember. So you used to be an entertaining.
So I was a professional breakdancer for since the age of, I want to say 14 or 15. Yeah, I worked for Bobby Morgenstein Productions originally. So bar mitzvahs were one of my first of many jobs. And just breakdancing was my whole life in high school, middle school, high school, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. And then I moved to South Florida, did a lot of, it's called hits.
Okay.
So like, and then the crew that I got involved with here became some of the best. They're world champions. We're about to go. We are officially in the Olympics now. So breakdancing is now an official breakdancing.
What?
Yeah, breakdancing is now official.
I had no idea.
Breakdancing is now an official Olympic sport.
Olympic sport.
Yeah, and so that's
So
super
so
cool.
we're gonna see you next time in the
Yes.
Olympics. Breakdancing. Love it.
But since you brought
heard
it up
it.
and you saw me breakdance while we were at Hito,
I know. Wow.
can
That
you
was an experience.
tell me about your experience in Jamaica, in Kingston? No, in Negril.
Negril.
In
Yeah.
Negril. What was your experience like in Negril at Hedonism for the Black Tape Project?
You know what? For me, it was a pretty chill experience because I was mostly with like my friends, the photographers, Jamie,
Who are your friends?
Joelle, Jamie.
Jamie who?
Jamie, I don't know last names. You know,
I-
put me in that. Jamie, you know who you are. Jamie, what's her last name? We love her. I don't know.
Jamie, my ex? Jamie?
No.
Oh, no. When I said Jamie earlier, I was talking about my ex.
Oh,
She was a makeup artist.
No, I'm talking about the photographer.
Jamie, who was working with Joelle. They did a lot of stuff in
her,
Dubai.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I got to share a room with her, and we clicked.
So did you ever shoot for Playboy with her?
No Playboy. So it was I didn't really get to shoot with a lot of people. I feel like I went in like just with the people that I wanted to shoot, and that's it. I was very protective over that because there was a lot of nudity going on.
What types of things did you see?
a lot of ding dongs. just brunch. Oh, okay, here with a side of dick. Oh, I love it. That was fun.
That was the first time I saw somebody tie a piece of string around their penis and then be walked around.
Oh my God. So I heard that story. I didn't get to see it, but I heard of those.
It was wild.
Wow. Yeah. A pretty freeing experience. But...
Yeah. What was cool about it is, again, same thing. Nobody pushed. It was like it was there, but nobody pushed themselves onto you.
For sure. Very respectful, like freaks out
free
there.
ding dogs.
Yes. Everybody in their own,
Do you like
doing
this?
their own thing.
No? All right,
okay.
cool.
Keep going.
No problem.
Somebody will. Just keep walking. Yeah. It was fun, but I'm not there to be like, oh yeah.
No, you were there to work.
Yeah.
Because you were part of the
but
the
I mean,
show.
like, I'm not a nudist like that. I probably wouldn't be comfortable
Copy that.
having like people be staring.
You
at
are
me
not
like
an
that.
exhibitionist.
I am not.
Copy
I am
that.
not. Just because I would. I don't know. You have to be into it, right?
I'm into it. Yeah. You have to be into it. Yeah. If you're not into it,
Yeah.
you're gonna get shy, and if you're a dude, you'll shrivel up.
Yeah.
Shrivel up.
That wouldn't work.
Heard that?
Yeah. Not even at a beach, like a nude beach. I feel like
You don't even do like topless at a nude beach?
No, I don't know why. It's so weird because it's like
not
I'm
weird.
so but like for me, it's
Okay.
weird because I don't understand why, because I'm pretty comfortable with my body and I've done a lot of shoots that are sexy, yet I'm not going to be that person showing their tits in Mardi Gras.
Copy that.
Not because I have anything against it, cuz girl, show those tits. I'm all for it. But I don't know, I am not that type of person. But if somebody would see me or hear me talking, they probably think that I am
seem
very
very extroverted.
Yes.
But that doesn't and free. But again, that doesn't just because
That
you're
doesn't
extroverted
translate
and
to that,
free
yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that you're like free my nipple.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I want to ask, what was your impression of me when you knew me? Well, you don't even know me until today, but
Yeah.
still, you don't know me. What has been your impression of me over time?
I love you. Have a really high energy. You're a type of person that when you're around, you feel good. You have high energy. It's like you want to be around people like that. You know, you have good conversation. You're smart. You're funny. It's like cool people for sure. 100%. Since the first day, I think we met the first time we worked together, we did some headshots.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. That was the first time
That's my thing.
before the, no,
I was not-
we met.
I was not black. When I was working with you, I was not Chris Headshots yet. I was Chris
Right.
Ashshots.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Or
Yeah, no.
Christopher Hedlund photography.
After the black tape was when
Yes.
we did the headshots.
Yeah. Did I? I don't think I shot you in Jamaica.
No, we
Yeah.
didn't get to shoot in Jamaica.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I think the first time
That
I
was
did
the
shoot
only
you
time.
was headshots.
The headshots, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I still have them here. I love them.
Show me.
I love those pictures, by the way. I have them in a folder, so we'll be able
Oh,
to
yeah, take
get
your time.
them. Photos, are they here? Photos, albums. Oldies. Just saw the other day pictures, Diana Levy here. This is one of them.
Oh my god!
Remember?
That's right, with the fucking flowers.
Yeah.
I had Amanda Davy bring all of those flowers over.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
I love this shot. I love this shot.
That's a great shot. Park that
This
thing.
one, you
Cool.
also did this. This one,
This I love.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love these pictures.
Cool. You'll have to send those to me so that way I can post them. So that way. other
Yeah,
people can
I
see it.
still
Oh,
have them. I
that.
love
Hell
them.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to do flowers and
Yeah.
faces.
Look, this is from the black tape.
I didn't shoot that, but that looks
No,
great.
yeah.
Send me that so that way
Yeah,
I can post
yeah.
that as well. All right. Yo, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. And I cannot wait to see those pictures. I'm so excited.
Excellent. You'll hear from me in about 2 weeks
Okay.
to 3 weeks to
No
get you a
rush.
rough draft of this. And then, like I said, I'm gonna get rid of all of the ands and ums as much as I possibly can. I'm gonna get you a bunch of shorts.
Okay.
Shorts normally make you look better than the long,
long thing,
drawn
yeah.
out version. But thank you so much. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. And kick ass, take names, dominate the world. Shout yourself out and tell people where they can find you and what services you can provide them with.
So I have an app for the coaching, the remote coaching. It's called MBNS, Mind, Body, and Soul. And then I also have my page for treatments, energy work, medicines, all of that I do. It's dianalevy.com. And then you can find me on IG at Levy Diana. And then I have all the stuff where you can different outlets where you can find me and work with me. And if you want to train and be the best version of yourself, mind, body, or soul, I can help you with that. So
Hell
reach
yeah.
out to me. I got you.
Fuck yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Oh,
Ciao.
this was awesome. Yes. Oh my God, I can't believe it's 11. Thank God it worked out with Andres taking the baby.